Hey guys, welcome back to Hit Wicket. Today I'm obviously joined with Naba. We're going to be doing a video on the preview of the India versus England third test match, which is a day-nighter, going to be held at Ahmedabad. Getting my words a bit tied up there. But yeah, I guess we'll just go through a couple of questions. So did you want to start off with England or India?
I think England, yeah.
England? Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll start off with yeah. I guess we should start off with what do you think the XI is going to look like for this game?
Yeah, I guess it's a pink ball test, so I think Anderson obviously will come back in. They obviously rested him last game for this game, so he'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Archer will probably be back. At the top of the order, I think Sibley will stay. I think England, which is leading into another point, I think England may go in with more right-handers to nullify Ashwin a bit.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
he's pretty much going to get left-handers out like for fun. Like he'll get them out if he bowls to them for more than like 2-3 overs.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Rory Burns might make way for Crawley, or Lawrence will go to the top. I think maybe Crawley will come back to open, and then three will be Bairstow. Bairstow will probably come in for Lawrence. Lawrence will probably go out or open, because Bairstow's a pretty good player to spin.
Okay.
I think he'll perform well because he uses his sweeps and reverses like really well.
Yes. Yeah.
4 Root, of course. 5 Stokes, 6 Pope, 7 Folks. Those are certainties.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bowlers, Anderson, Archer will be 2 of them for sure, I reckon. And the other 2 will be interesting because if they're going with Broad as well as Leach, then they have 4 bowlers who pretty much none of them can bat. So it's quite a long tail. Like Archer can bat a bit, but the other 3, it's quite a long tail.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they really want that. So maybe they could bring in Chris Wokes instead of Stuart Broad.
That's a possibility.
Who isn't as good a bowler, but and actually they have Sam Curran too, also as another option.
Yeah.
Just to strengthen the batting, and I think they may go that way. So maybe bet one of them at 8, or they could do another thing. They could play Best instead of Leach, and Best can bat at 8 as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they'll go with Leach because Leach is probably a better bowler, more consistent.
Yeah.
And yeah, they have to pick between Wokes and Broad, whether they want the wickets or the runs. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. What sort of impact do you think Anderson is going to have in this game if he plays?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's guaranteed to play unless he gets injured.
Yeah.
But I think he'll have a pretty big impact. Pink ball test. We saw what he did in Australia with the pink ball, in England with the pink ball. Every time he bowls with it, looks like he's got it on a string, really. I mean, batsmen don't look like they can hit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's any movement on offer, if there's a bit of grass on the pitch, not that there probably won't be because it's in India, it'll be pretty dry, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's anything on offer, he'll definitely extract it, and I think he'll perform pretty well. Yeah.
Okay, I was going to ask you about Bairstow, but it looks like you actually covered that earlier.
Yeah.
So I'll go straight into who do you think are going to be the key performers for England if they were to win this test match?
Yeah, so looking at I think the top will still struggle. Ashwin has sort of had them on a string at the moment, so I think they may struggle a bit. Hopefully Root is in the runs again. Although with this pink ball, it might be moving around a bit more. So maybe Root might be in trouble because he's not as good against the moving ball compared to spinning ball.
Mm-hmm.
So he might be nullified a bit. But I have a feeling Stokes will do good in this match. He hasn't done as well. Hasn't had as much of an impact as you probably would have liked. And he's that sort of player that will come back with like some match-winning, like exceptional 100 or something like that.
Yeah,
He's that sort of player. And I think Bairstow will have a pretty good impact coming into the test.
I think so too. Yeah, he's he's batting pretty well in subcontinental conditions.
Yeah. And he takes the attack to the other team. Like Ashwin will be spinning it into him, so hopefully he'll be in the slot for empties, there's sweeps, there's reverses, and etc. Yeah, and of course I think Anderson will perform well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to India's side now. So, what do you think India's XI is going to look like for this match?
Yeah, so like obviously England have a lot of question marks on their 11. Like there's a lot of options, but I think India have a pretty settled XI. Like Gill, Rohit, Pujara, Kohli, Rahane, Pant, that's certainty. So all their batsmen are certain for sure.
Yeah.
After that, then 7, 8, I think Ashwin and Akshar Patel did get a 5 for, so they're probably bet certainties as well. Ashwin got 100 too, so he's warranted himself batting at 7, maybe ahead of Akshar.
Yeah.
And then 9, 10, 11, Bumrah will walk back in with pink ball test. It'll be him sort of versus Anderson a bit there, and he'll probably extract good movement too. And the other 2 players is an interesting one. I think Ishant will probably be the second seamer.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
he's more senior than Siraj, and it's his 100th test, and he also does extract movement if there's any swing in the air. But that last person is going to be an interesting one. It would be interesting to see if they stick with Kuldeep Yadav, because I've heard like from places that apparently it's hard to pick the wrong in.
With the pink ball?
Yeah,
I've heard that before actually as well, yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if India play on that and maybe go with Kuldeep. And England have had past trouble in the past against Kuldeep's wrong-ins. So they could go with Kuldeep, or they could go with the out-of-the-box thing and go with Hardik Pandya maybe, and bat him at 7 and push everyone else down. And apparently I've heard that Hardik Pandya was bowling with the pink ball in the nets and things like that. So they could go either way. And personally, I think, and I'm pretty sure you tapped on this as well, that Hardik Pandya probably won't play.
I don't think so, but you just never know. He's one of their superstars, so really anything is a possibility. So
I think he hasn't had enough match. Like,
that's the thing that I'd be concerned about. He hasn't played much long form cricket, so it's hard to just chuck him into a very important game. So
I think they'll probably go with Kuldeep and that's their 11.
Okay, moving on. So, do you think Kohli can bounce back with a century?
I'm going to say no, because it's a pink ball test, the ball will be moving around.
Yeah.
But he is a great player, and great players do always bounce back. And this would be the game to do it.
Yes,
it's like sort of a deciding test. And pink ball conditions will be against him. If he gets 100 here, then he's really showing his class and the type of player that he is. Yeah, he could do it, to be honest, But I think with Anderson coming back in, England have a fairly strong bowling attack.
It's not going to be easy. I think with the quality of bowling attacks on both sides, a 50 is almost equivalent of 100 in a day-night test match. I think you really have to score your runs early in the day.
Exactly.
So you just never know. But you can't keep a player like him down for too long. No. So even if he doesn't get 100, I'm sure he'll probably make some sort of impact. It'd be very unlikely if he doesn't. It's very rare that Kohli makes no impact in a game. It doesn't happen too often.
I want to say that he'll get a 70.
Okay. I guess the final, leading up to a couple of the last questions. So before you finish up Team India, what sort of impact do you think Bumrah will make with the pink ball?
Yeah, I think Bumrah and Ishant as a whole will be really good with the pink ball. They have to make sure when they're under lights that they have to bowl like stump to stump or just like outside off, and really test the defenses of the England batsmen. Because remember, when they were in England, India's bowlers were as good as England's bowlers. It's just India's batsmen weren't as good as England's batsmen.
Yes,
that was the only difference. So they could really be as good as Anderson and Archer and etc. So I think they'll have a good impact probably.
Okay. And just I guess wrapping up this video, what are your final predictions on this game?
I think once again it's sort of sad to say, but I think the toss will probably decide the game again. It's a bit disappointing that is the case in India always, but I think the toss will be very, very important. Get like a 400 total first innings, and you're probably going to win the game. 400, 500, and then bowling under lights on day. That would be the ideal. Bat first, bat for 1.5 days. Send the other team at night time, have them 5 for 50, and then that's pretty much game over for whoever's batting second. So I think the toss will decide the game.
Okay.
Honest,
All right.
Do you think that? You agree?
I think so too. I think the toss is very important in India. If you win the toss and you go into bat in the day, you score bulk of your runs during the day, you consolidate during the night, and then score again during the day again, and then send them in the following night. It's tough work for the team coming in second. So. I'd say I'd agree with that. The toss is going to be important. Whoever wins that is going to be a likely favourite in the match. So
hopefully we see a lot of entertaining night session cricket. That'd be good.
Okay, I guess we'll wrap that video up there. Let us know what you guys think of the game. What are your predictions? Who do you think the XI is going to be?
Will Kohli get 100?
Will Kohli get 100? Keep a lookout for some of our other videos. Until next time, see you guys later.